Hello everyone, I'm Paul and today we are solving problem 110, balanced binary tree. This is an easy one, so next I will show you my thought process and efficient solution. We are given the root of a binary tree and we need to return true if it's height balanced or false otherwise. And down here we have the definition for height balanced. A height balanced binary tree is a binary tree in which the depth of the two subtrees of every node never differ by more than 1. Let's see what this means. If we are given this input, here is the visual representation of the tree, and let's say that we take this node. The depth of the left subtree is here, it's 1, and the depth of the right subtree is 2. And the difference between these two depths is 2 minus 1, meaning 1. And given that this is equal to 1, in this example we can just return true. Now let's say that we are given this. If we take this node, the depth of the left subtree is 1, 2, 3, and the depth of the right subtree is 1. The difference between these two depths is 3 minus 1, meaning 2. And given that this is greater than 1, here we need to return false, meaning this is not height balanced. Of course that we need to iterate nodes here, so my first intuition was to use DFS. And more specifically, we are using post-order traversal DFS. In case you don't know how post-order works, let's say that we are surrounding this tree with a line from top left corner to top right corner. So we start here. And we are visiting the nodes that we can touch from the right side. So we are surrounding this, and the first node that we can visit is this one. Then we visit this one, then we visit this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, and finally the root. So this is the order for post-order traversal DFS. At every step we are computing the depth of the left and right subtrees. So we start here and first we are iterating this node. So we are here. And here to the left we don't have anything, and to the right we don't have anything either. So this is our base case. Whenever we reach this scenario we just return 0. Now from here we will take the maximum between these two numbers plus 1. That's how we know that this has a depth of 1. Next we continue and we are here. So here we don't have anything to the left and right. We take the maximum between these two numbers plus 1, and the depth of this node is 1. Next we continue and we are iterating this node. And here this is where it gets interesting. Here we are checking if the absolute difference between the depths of left and right is greater than 1. Because if it is, we need to set the result to false. Okay? In this case, the left depth is 1, the right depth is 1, and the difference here is 1 minus 1, meaning 0. So we are good to go. This is height balanced. So we can just continue and do the same that we did down here. We can take the maximum number between 1 and 1 and add 1. So this is 2. Next we continue and we can visit this node from the right side. So we are here. We don't have anything down here. So here we keep the maximum between 0 and 0 plus 1. The depth here is 1. Next we continue and we are here. And the difference between these two depths is 2 minus 1, meaning 1. And given that we can have up to 1 level of difference, this is okay, we are good to go. This is height balanced. So now we can continue. We keep the maximum between 2 and 1, which is 2, and add 1, so this is now 3. Meaning the maximum depth of this subtree is 3. Okay, this is the last level. Next we continue and we can visit this node from the right side. We don't have anything down here, so we keep the maximum between 0 and 0 plus 1. The depth here is 1. Next we continue, we are at the root, And now we are checking the difference between these two depths. So we do 3 minus 1, this is 2. And given that this is greater than 1, at this point we need to set the result to false. The result was initially true, but given that we found this scenario, now this is false. And finally, for the result here, we keep the maximum between 3 and 1, which is 3 plus 1, we have 4. Meaning the height of this entire tree is 1, 2, 3, 4. And given that now we have iterated every node, we can just return the result, which is false. Time complexity here is big O of n because we are iterating every node only once, and space complexity is also big O of n because of the call stack for this recursive DFS. So with this in mind, now let's go with the code and hopefully you will get the idea. First, we can say that the result is initially true. And given that we might have to change this from within our DFS function, here we can use self.result. Now we can build our function DFS, and this takes a node. And for the base case, we are checking if we don't have any node, we just return 0. Else, we can move to left and right subtrees. So left is DFS with node.left, right is DFS with node.right. And now we're checking if the absolute difference between left and right is strictly greater than 1, we can set the result self.res to false. And every time we want to return the maximum number between left and right plus 1. So now we can call DFS with the root, and finally we return self.res. So this is the entire code. Now let's submit this. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.